Again, everyone, I'm Richard Weil, and I'm the principal and owner of National Restaurant Consultants, and we welcome you into the NRC Helpful Moment, number 210. And as always, we are so happy to have our absolute producer, technical producer, and all-around fabulous person, Mr. Brian Devine from Cafe Fuel Top Line Management. Brian, how are you this afternoon?
I am doing great. How about yourself, Richard?
Well, good. We're on a springy day here in Colorado. We had a lot of snow in our mountains here the last 24 hours. I guess some of the areas had up to 2 feet of snow, which is not untypical of a spring Rocky Mountain weather. Yeah. So we're beautiful today, and that's the way we like it. So hopefully wherever you are and what part of the country, you have springtime on your horizon as well. So a couple of things we want to talk about today, and this is an interesting topic. It's called insurance, what and why. Insurance, what and why. Now that could be deemed as insurance for your business, but I will call marketing as your insurance. We'll turn that over to Brian in just a minute, but insurance, what and why. And insurance really is all about what you're doing to protect your business. How are you making sure that if something goes wrong, what are you doing to protect your business? We know that Murphy's Law lives in a restaurant, lives in a lot of other businesses, but we absolutely see that for lots of reasons. Now, when we talk about insurance, we can talk about your business insurance, your workers' comp insurance, your unemployment insurance, your health insurance for your staff, all kinds of insurance that you may be paying premiums on. And it's important to check in with your insurance agents to make sure that the what and the why that you need for coverage for your business, you've got adequate coverage. A inexpensive insurance policy will get you potentially in a probability of a problem down the road. A probability. Now, probability is greater than 50% or more if you were to talk to an attorney or an accountant, insurance agent. It's really important that you realize you've got professionals around you like insurance agents, insurance carriers, attorneys, and accountants, and they're there for a reason. And at National Restaurant Consultants, we're not lawyers, we're not accountants, and we're not insurance agents, but we work with people all the time that don't have the right insurance, and that creates a real risk for you and your business. You could lose your business, lose your staff, lose your income, lots of problems. But if you don't have the insurance on your marketing, because we are seeing across the country some nervous consumers out there, and we're seeing some restaurants that are seeing some downward trends because of some consumer confidence. What are you going to insure your business with proper marketing? And I'll segue that over to Mr. Brian Devine. So Brian, take it from there. There's a feed that you haven't had in a while. That's a good one, right?
That was an excellent one, Richard. I appreciate it. And it was funny because that was the exact lead that I was like, oh man, insurance is your marketing. Marketing is insurance. And so appreciate that. And the thing that hit me immediately when you think of insurance when it comes to your marketing and growing your business, your restaurant, it always comes back to the same thing. And Richard, you hear me say it over and over again. The most important asset that any business has is their list of customers. And that is your insurance policy. When things aren't going well, more often than not, by getting more people to come in, you can solve a lot of problems, right? Now, if you have operations problems, that's why you have Richard. You talk to Richard. Okay, so if you are doing the right things on the marketing side, and people are coming in, and you're having revenue problems, but people are coming in, and you're having delivery problems, and people are coming in, Richard's the guy, right? That's the whole point. However, the insurance side of marketing is making sure that you don't rely on another company like Facebook, like Instagram, like YouTube, any other company to hold control and access to your customers. And that's what we're talking about. Facebook, everyone says, oh, Facebook's free. Facebook is not free. Facebook, in fact, is extremely expensive when you think about it, because you're giving them all of your business. You're giving them every bit of information that you wouldn't give people otherwise because they're free, right? And then you have to start running ads to then reach the people that have said they want to talk to you. And if you run ads and you don't pull those people from Facebook to you, to your list, then that's where you can run into a problem, because Facebook can decide to turn you off with the flick of a switch. They can literally remove your page, and sometimes they don't do it on purpose, right? And the scary part is, yes, we have procedures that we can go through to help get them back, but sometimes they don't come back because they don't even know why it's gone. And yes, that happens. It's scary. But if you have the insurance policy where you've taken everybody from Facebook onto your platform, your email list, your text messaging list, whatever your way of communication is, then that's the insurance, right, Richard? I mean, you're going to be fine because you can reach them in many other ways. It doesn't make Facebook bad, doesn't make Instagram bad, doesn't mean the social media isn't valuable. It just means that you want to make sure you're thinking about your business as being completely separate from theirs. So when somebody raises their hand on any social media at all and says, I like your food, I like what you're doing, give them a reason to come onto your list so that you don't need social media. And I think that's probably, I could go on and on for hours on that subject, but really think about how can you reach your customers right now if all of your social media accounts were gone.
Yep. And really, that's it. I think the message here is it's not that Brian or myself are saying, don't use social media, don't use Instagram, don't use Facebook, whatever, or of course your website. Make sure that you're checking in with your insurance agent on the business side, the business policy, the workers' comp, the health insurance. Make sure you have the right coverage. It's okay to check in to see what else is out there. Sure, get comps, get comparisons. That's fine. It's the same thing is true on the marketing side. Make sure you've got your lists and your customers on your platforms and in your control. That's the bottom line message, because otherwise you're at risk and you're not managing risk. And that's the message today, the what and the why about insurance, making sure you've got yourself in control of your own lists, in control of your own destiny. So if you need help, Brian is an expert. Get your experts. You know, you have attorneys for certain reasons. You have accountants for certain reasons. You're insurance agents for certain reasons. Get professionals to help you get through the maze of what has gone on in the last many years and what's going to continue. So that's our message for today. In the NRC Helpful Moment number 210, it was really magic is what we're talking about here. So anything else, Brian?
You know, I was thinking when you're talking about making sure that you have your experts around you. Obviously, you know, on the operations side, Richard's your man. I also want you thinking about ADA compliance. I'm just going to throw that out there.
Yeah.
American Disabilities Act. Your website really needs to be compliant. The laws are coming because the lawsuits have already begun. So there will be laws around it, and don't wait. Don't get caught. Just put something in place now. If you have some questions about it, we're here to answer them. We can make it really easy for you. It's not complicated, but most people aren't doing it. So please add that to your insurance policy.
Yeah. And you know what? It's not just your website, but it's things, even seating at your bar, accessibility, bar stools, the 30 inches between steps, those things, it's there. There were a lot of frivolous lawsuits out there right before the pandemic, especially here in Colorado. We experienced it. It's not just in Colorado. You don't need to be a part of that. It's easy to fix, and it's not expensive. It's really inexpensive.
Right.
It's kind of like the insurance policy. This one's a premium that is not a premium cost.
Right.
It's pretty inexpensive. So that's our message for today. The NRC Helpful Moment number 210. Insurance, what and why. There you go.
That's right.
So long for now, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody.